Y'all ready? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the New York born, Las Vegas made, always getting paid.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast that never sleeps. I am your host, as you know, Cameron, and today we have two very special guests. I know, we're doubling it up. Guys, today we're lucky enough to have my good friend, Tanya, the beautiful, the amazing. Tanya, say hello to the people.
Hi.
And we also have my buddy, my brother, my good friend, Brodylicious. Brody, say what's up.
What's up, people?
So, guys, thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate it. And you know what's super cool? Is look at this little me. This little me with you two. This is the best. So, first of all, I'm just gonna throw it out there. There's chemistry right over there on this sofa here. You two are so pretty. The both of you are so gorgeous that it's hard to nah. So Brody was telling an amazing story about how he has 11 toes. Do you want to elaborate on that, bud?
No, 11.
Nope.
No more than 10.
So again, just if you could just
Yeah.
Brody was asking me earlier. He's like, so what is this podcast about? And I'm like, that's a great question. So it's called The Podcast That Never Sleeps for a reason, because I like to showcase people with different, jobs, especially like in the industry, the people that take care of you tourist people, you uninitiated scum. We are the ones that you undertip. So I'm just kidding. We love you guys. You make the world run for us. So I appreciate it. But so we're just gonna go around a little bit, and it's gonna be like we're gonna do summer camp basically, and we're just gonna say what we do. And so Tanya here is my barber, and when I say barber, I mean yes, she cuts men's hair. I got a shave and a haircut, 2 bits. It was more than 2 bits. It was 3 bits, whatever that means. Tanya, so explain your job in great detail for 45 minutes straight. Go.
Oh. Well, I've been cutting hair for 17 years.
17 years?
I've been barbering for 17 years.
Holy shit.
And,
okay.
I currently work at this grooming lounge. It's called Fino for Men. It's kind of more of an upscale bougie.
It's super bougie. You have your own room.
Yeah.
It's so ill, and she has these amazing candles that she lights and shit. And it always smells good in there.
I love it because I have my own TV. We do YouTube. I create a vibe.
Yep, you were playing Alaska and
Slipknot.
Yeah. Well, you're getting a haircut, getting my face massage, getting the fucking shave. It was the best. So, Brody, you do something similar to myself. By similar, I mean the exact same thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, what is it you do?
So I bartend. Been doing it for about 10 years now. Started on the strip. Definitely get your feet wet. Doing that teaches you how to have some thick skin.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Especially where I was at.
So, and you do graveyard bartending, which is the craziest. Tony, didn't you graveyard bartend for a minute, or you just bartended?
I did at Brewski's.
Yeah.
Where you used to work.
Exactly. So I know I have some fucked up stories from those times. I have, fights I've gotten into, having to kick people out. How does that work for a girl? Do you just call the police immediately? What do you do?
Well, there was this one time, I was working a grave. I wasn't supposed to, but my grave didn't show up.
That's always how it goes. It's like, and it's my day off type of shit. That's always how it goes. Yeah.
So I had to fill in only for a couple hours until the GM came in or whatever. But there was this one time I was by myself, and this guy comes in with a hoodie and
sketch.
Just all in black, right? And I was like, okay, hi, can I get you something? He completely ignored me.
Sweet.
And then he was scoping out the doors, if there were cameras,
and
whatever. God. So he walks out. So I was like, okay, cool, it's done, right? Nope. He came right back in with
of course.
A group of people, but I immediately had this feeling. I was like, I need to call someone. So I called the GM and I was like, you need to get here now, because I can't do this.
Jesus. Yeah, because I know, as a guy even, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if a guy's a gun or a knife. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. But that's terrifying to work graves. Brody, I know you have some fucked up stories. I know you have stories outside of work that are fucked up. I remember this one time I was working and there's a guy, he was like being an asshole. And Brody was there. He was being a patron. He was just there hanging out with me. And he said, if that guy talks to you like that again, I'm going to pull him out by his ass hairs. And that fucking stuck with me, dude. That made it. Pull him out by his ass hairs. It was so descriptive. It fucking killed me. It made me laugh so
Somehow
hard.
I knew you were going to come up with that story.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah. And there's one other story that I probably won't tell, but another one.
Now we want to hear it.
At that same place. Is it appropriate? I don't think it's appropriate.
It's not appropriate.
But I guess I could tell a part of it. So
PG version.
Yeah, I'll leave out some details. So here's why Brody. Oh, by the way, sorry, I forgot to introduce the drink that we're having, and something else very important as well. So Brody is a bourbon guy, so he brought this beautiful bourbon that I can't pronounce. Yeah, that's it. Lincoln poop. And it's fucking great. So my brother, my sister, cheers to you.
Cheers.
I sound like AP. Oh, that's my sister. That's my brother. Everybody's my brother and sister.
It's so funny
Yeah.
how he says that. And
Everybody.
everyone's like, are you guys real? I'm like, do we look like?
Do we look like we're fucking related? Yeah, geniuses. But cheers to you. Did you want a little little
sure,
bourbano?
I'll take a little bit. Just to-
See, and that's the second thing I wanted to announce was my amazing, beautiful, gorgeous producer Princess is here to help out. Oh, I'm waiting. She's the best. Princess, say hello.
Hello.
See, she's the best. Even so, she says hello is the best.
I don't know how much you want, so
What are you
just
trying to do? Kill me?
no.
It's over the course of like an hour. Relax.
Thank you.
I'm just been sipping. It's pretty good.
This is
stuff.
your favorite.
It's really
This
good.
is your favorite.
Yeah.
One of them for sure.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys,
Cheers. Cheers.
to a great episode. Episode 8, lucky number 8. So my brother, let me take. So my brother-in-law, he's obsessed, like OCD almost, with the number 8, to the extent where he's been engaged to my sister for a long time, but he's waiting to get married on
Years later.
No, on 2024. He wants to get married on 4/4/24. Is it 2/2/24?
That's funny.
That'd
I
be-
had
That'd be
these.
4/4.
It'd be 2/2/24.
I think it's 2. Well, he wants.
I went to school here and I can do that math.
That's funny because I have 8s tattooed on my 888 because everything in my life is all 8s.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, you're like him.
My birth year, my social, my phone number, everything
Awesome.
is consecutively 8s.
Really? That's a trip. Oh, T-Mac, what's up? She's in the
If
chat.
you turn it sideways, it's the sign of infinity.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And the 8 is
Oh,
also
yeah,
the
yeah,
number
yeah,
of
yeah.
the self. I'm just saying.
Also, what?
The number of the self. If you're into numerology, it's the number of the self.
Okay. So, last night, I had some lotion and I was aiding myself. Stupidest joke I've ever said. Stupidest fucking joke I've ever made.
Dad joke.
Yeah, total dad joke. That was a Brody right there.
I'll accept it.
You can look it up. Hold on. What did Kat say, Princess?
What's your guys' life number?
Oh, you can look it up. Ooh, let's do it. Will you look it up
What's
for
a
us?
life number?
Mine's an 8.
Okay, life path number. So look up how to find out what a life path number is. In the meantime, we're going to talk about something else. So I am going to tell you guys this story. And by the way, people in the chat, please tell me how the audio sounds, because I think it might be a little bit funky, just because we're trying to do 3 people with 2 mics, because the other mic wasn't being able to, it wasn't hooking up. Anyway, neither here nor there. So let me actually move this chat up.
Yeah, we've got 2 guests, 1 mic over here.
Yeah, we're making it work. How we doing? How we doing?
Come down a little bit, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move it. So the story. This is why Brody's my bestest friend.
No, that's perfect.
So what happened was, I'm telling the story, buddy.
Go for it. It needs to be told.
It needs to be told. So what happened was I was at work. I know. I was on the clock and everything. I was at work. And it was pretty dead. It was just Brody, my boy. And it was these two girls. One I was sort of talking to, right? And we went on a few dates and whatever. And then the other person in there was her best friend from California, right? Damn, my hair looks good. Thank you, Tanya. Jesus.
Oh, you're welcome.
My hair's on point. Look at that fucking. Ooh. So, and then her friend from California was in town. And do you need to know our birth years or anything for?
Okay, so
I think it's with your name.
Okay.
Okay, so this one says, I know which one you're talking about. How do I calculate my life path number?
Okay.
Basically, you take your date of birth numerical value,
Okay.
add all those digits together by category, year, month, day, and keep adding each of those digits together until you finally end up with a single digit.
What? That sounds like so much math.
Yeah, that's
I did mine with my first, middle, and last name.
what is that? I'll find out.
That's a trip. Hey, tell a cool story because I forgot to get something.
So the story is really cool.
Ladies,
Talk
out,
about your
brother.
fingers.
Yeah, your baker's dozen fingers. and
Toes?
How'd you lose it?
No, I've got all my appendages. That's like the screw people. It's a lot of fun to make you think.
So Brody made the joke because we were doing tests earlier. We were doing like mic checks and whatnot, all that fun stuff. And Brody made the joke. He's like, I said, just for the sake of sound, I'm like, hey, Brody, how many fingers do you have? And he said 11, or he said 9.5. And Tanya's like, really? And he's like, no. And then it's
I'm
like,
so gullible.
yeah.
Fine.
And then like, how many toes do you have? And he's like, the normal 11. And I don't know, the look on her face, I think she was skeptical. Anyway, back to my story. You read my mind. That's what I went to get was my vape. Yeah. Okay, so let me tell you this story. So it's just the three of us. Brody, myself, four of us. Mm-hmm. And the girl I was talking to and her best friend from California. And so we're all there, and they start, her friend, the girl I'm talking to, her friend was real horned up. Like, real horned up. Horny, for those who don't know. So she was horned up to the gills. To the freaking gills.
She has fish with horns.
Yeah, she had gills. It was weird, but it was hot. I like touched them. Okay. It was like the episode of The Boys.
That's what she liked.
Is that where you're going? I knew you were gonna fucking think that. I knew.
Judgment here.
Yeah. So she was horned to the gills, and so I hear him like sort of chatting, and she's like, I know, I just need some good dick, blah blah blah. Like there's the friend saying this, and I overhear him because by the way, guys, bartenders, we hear everything. I don't know if you realize it, but we hear everything. My cat said, ew, not horned up. Anyway, so she was horned up to the gills. And so I hear him talking, and she's like, oh, I need a dick. And then she's like, but that's your man, blah, blah. She's like, that's not my man, blah, 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 do you, blah, blah. And then I hear him, like, saying this shit. Anyway, cut to, I'm like, all right. Let's handle business. So I go up to Brody, who's sitting at the bar. Let's get Brody in on the shot. So I go up to Brody, who's sitting at the bar. And it's just him, and he's just chilling, drinking and playing a little bit. And I said, bro, D, will you do me a huge, huge solid? I said, will you please just watch the bar for like 10, 15 minutes while I go take care of business in the restroom here? Not take a shit. Go handle business with the girls. And so
girls.
Girls?
Yeah,
it was the two of them.
Wow.
Well, because the one kept trying to get me to go. I'm like, listen, I'm taking. Like, I came here. I just got off work.
Fool.
Came to see my boy just to hang out, relax, decompress from working on the strip. And then
So two for you, boy.
so I was the wingman for him for his little
It's a solid
adventures.
Yeah.
I just want to be left alone, gamble and drink.
And I said, bro, if you need anything, pour it yourself. You're good. Free reign. And of course, I trust him with my fucking life. So, took him into the bathroom. I know I even laid on the bathroom floor, which is so gross at a bar. But anyway, handled business. I come out. He didn't even pour himself a fresh drink, I don't think. You just chilled. And
yeah, it's just relaxing. I mean, watching the door, make sure nobody's gonna try to come in and do some.
Yeah, and I came out.
Stuff.
Yeah, and I came out and I literally said, "Dude, I owe you my life. Thank you so much. I owe you my life." Princess, what is Kat saying in the chat here?
She said, "Ew, not horned up. Horny in the past tense sounds wrong."
And
I said, "LOL, past tense horny, horned. You're right, Kat."
She is right.
And she said, "Bartender's ears are real." She said, "Not your friend watching the bar. Ha ha ha." And then I said, "Bartend ears."
Yes, bartenders are real. We hear it all. It's pretty wild.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
It's deaf in my left ear, and I still can hear.
Yeah,
most everything.
Most everything. Yeah.
He's got 11 toes, 9.5 fingers,
and he's definitely
Interesting man.
broken.
Most interesting man of the year.
very unusual.
Right.
But so I do want to. I know I did it last episode, but I really do want to show something crazy, and I want a little context given, because I sort of jumped the gun when I showed it, but it's just too good. Just too good. Okay, hold on. Cool, I will find it. I thought I saved it in my favorites like a smart boy, but I guess not. I'll find it. It's here. Don't worry, guys. Okay, there's that. There's that. Ooh, no, that's not it. Oh, I remember her. Yeah, that was a good night. I'm just kidding. No. This is a concert. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Whose tits are that? No, I'm kidding. Dude, where is this video? I'm not.
If you can see what he's going through on his phone, like
I've seen what he goes through in his phone. Okay. It's fine.
I'm a monster. Okay, boom. Look at that fucking creature. So she's standing against the wall. I know I showed this last time. But fucking look at that, dude.
In the background.
Ugh. So there's Tanya right there, right? Taking a picture. She looks a little scary herself. And then, boom, fucking demon creature behind her? What?
What if it was a time traveler?
I know, or something, like, and just glimpsed into... It's so creepy. So, Tanya, please enlighten us.
So, I mean...
Who's in the picture? Who is that?
My aunt and my uncle. And
okay.
My reflection was from the window, because it was nighttime.
Yeah.
So...
Lights are on
I
inside,
wanted to
reflection.
Take a picture, so the way the kitchen is set up, though, it's like a little bar area, so you can't really go too far back because you'll hit the bar, right?
Yeah.
And the wall is right behind me. So I'm standing there taking the picture. I didn't realize this until I had that picture and I held on to the live
portion, yeah.
Or else I would have never known.
Yeah.
But
if it wasn't a live picture, you never would have caught that fucking demon creature coming behind you.
It doesn't have to be a demon.
Whatever. I like calling it a demon.
Well, I mean, I can say you have a point there, because when you see things like that, if you have that eye or sense,
third eye, whatever, yeah.
You know if something's scary or not. So I immediately had this fear when I saw it. So I knew that it
was not okay. Yeah.
But side note, I mean, growing up, we always had lived in this house where there was a lot of things that would happen.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was probably 8 or 9 years old. So it wasn't I could carry a conversation. So I'm upstairs in my room.
Yeah.
My grandma's home, and she had the double doors, which was a master bedroom, and they were shut. So I could hear her cough really bad because she's a smoker.
Okay.
And she was just coughing, but it was scary for an 8-9-year-old to hear. So
sure.
I went up to her and I was like, "Do you want some water?" She's like, No, I don't want water." So I go back into my room. And I shut the door, and I can still hear it, so I get scared. So I go and I crack her door open. I can see her. She's sitting on her stool in the vanity, but her back is towards me. But I can see her hair, her robe, that's her.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get her water, even if she wants it or not. So I went downstairs, and as soon as I put my foot on the last step, my grandma opens the front door with groceries.
Oh,
she was never home.
What the fuck?
Oh my goodness.
No.
So whatever it was, it took form of my grandma to trick me. It was weird. And I she looked at my face. She goes, what did you see?
She knew something was up.
Yeah, because it wasn't just me. It was everybody in that house. Like, there was a presence for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Jeez. Yeah, that's horrifying. Kat said a pilgrim ghost.
Looks like it.
It does. It looks like legit.
She doesn't look like the century, so.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not in that fucking outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, not this century.
For sure.
Yeah, such a trip. Brody, do you have any ghost stories?
I don't really have any ghost stories, but I have some weird light stories I've seen out in the desert.
Oh yeah, you're a big alien aficionado. Like,
I wouldn't say like alien aficionado. Just
okay, I would.
I don't know what's going on.
I would, and I'll tell you why I would. Because you'll call me in the middle of the night and say, "Hey, bro, you want to go hunt aliens?"
No, it's like you want to go to Area 51 and see some weird shit.
Okay, but still, it's like, dude, like. A lot. You're like, I'm going. I'm like, what'd you do last night? I went to the desert. Dude, I was chasing this light, or this light was chasing me. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing in your free time? And he's like, do you want to go camping? I'm like, no. I'm scared now. You've terrified me. But, all right, tell me some of your paranormal stuff.
Well, one, I sent you that video. I was coming home from the gym. And
it
was actually posted on the news. People thought they were flares because every time I see these lights, it's around like when we do the red flag drills. So that's why I attribute it to some kind of aircraft testing that, top secret stuff we don't know about, and they fly at night, whatever. But they had those lights. So out here, they got the 95 in the Sheep Mountain range, and there's these lights just like hanging out there for about 15, 20 minutes. And I took a video, but I was off like the Blue Diamond Highway, so
yeah.
Before that it's on iPhone. Oh, what's the quality? Shit. But it's weird. You see these lights just hanging out there, and they're not moving.
We went. I guess just cruising up Blue Diamond that one time. Remember, you knew that whole trail when you got your old truck, the first one. Remember
the Cherokee?
Yeah.
We
went romping that shit.
Yeah. So we went up to the up by the caves behind Wet and Wild.
Okay.
Is that the time you're talking about?
Here.
I don't need it.
Oh, get it away. I'm put it in the middle. All right, sorry, Brody, go on.
No, you're good. No, is that the time you're talking about?
Yeah. But, all right, so tell me some of the creepy, crazy shit that you've seen other than that light, because I know you saw that light and that fucking creeped me out.
I've had two instances that have been it stuck in my memory. One, kind of funny story. So I was a little kid, I was like 7 or 8, when I had a babysitter at the time. She was a high schooler that my brother was friends with because they were about the same age.
Isn't it funny? Our babysitters are like 3 years older than us, but they seem like grown-ass adults.
But so we went to this. Not the best babysitter in the world, but she'd take me to a kegger out in the middle of the desert.
Or the best babysitter in the fucking world. Yeah, legit.
So I'm sitting there, and the highway, like the 15, was probably about 8-10 miles away. So you can see, like, you see the cars, they look like little dots. But you know the cars, because they're moving back and forth. Like when the movie cars, you see them drive or whatever, look like that. So I'm sitting there looking, and I see this like light kind of bounce from one point of the 15 to about the middle to the other side. And that's about a 30-mile stretch. And it's bouncing like a tennis ball. You throw a tennis ball, bounce like that. I'm sitting there watching it, I'm so confused. I'm like, what is this?
What is that shit? Yeah.
And all of a sudden, these high school jocks, like the football players, like they look at this and they're like, we need to get the fuck out of here. Like they didn't know what it was. Like it freaked them out. I'm just a little kid. I'm like, oh,
like the faculty.
Yeah. Oh, I love that movie.
I do too.
That movie's
it's
great.
The best. But so I had one sort of trippy experience. So there was one time where I was with my whole family. We just left Target or something, right? And so we were all driving home, and there was this light. We saw this light like zoom across the sky, and we're like, "What the fuck is that?" And my dad's looking, my mom's looking, we're all looking, and then it's hovering over this lake, right? And so we're looking at it, and we're like, "What is that?" So we all get out of the car, and we're staring, and it's just this little light just zooming like this, just across the sky, like shit can't move like that, right? But it's moving, and it's just fucking zooming across, and then it would split into like 3. And our whole family is standing there just fucking watching it like, what? And so it would go from 1 and it would split into 3 and they'd all move. Then it would come back into 1 and it would move around. By the end, we were just staring at it over this lake. There was like probably like 10 people, like 3 cars pulled over just staring, watching it with us. And it was like, then it just fucking zoomed away super quick. And we're like, so aliens are real. So that's a thing now. So there's that.
Well, they're declassified now, so
yeah.
But that's kind of like a distraction. Hey, look, there's something over here, so we're doing something over here. I'm a conspiracy guy. I love them.
You are, yeah. But conspiracies are fun. They're fun until they get
way out there.
Yeah. Like like when you start saying like the Holocaust isn't real or something, it's like, okay, now we're getting nuts. Wait, do you believe the Holocaust? Oh no, Brody, don't tell me.
So what? Say that again.
The Holocaust happened, right?
Yes.
Okay. You scared me because you just gave me a look real quick. So I'm like,
yeah, it's the government trying to, without getting into it, the government trying to teach the public what they want to know so they can slowly control them. Yeah. Which is exactly what Hitler had done with his society. Yeah. Like the restricting where they can go, like bar quarantine, martial law, you can't go to church, then they start restricting you can't have your firearm rights, and now, I mean, study history.
You know where Hitler got it from, though, right?
Say again?
You know where Hitler got the idea to do the Holocaust. So I'm Armenian.
Okay. Oh shit! Yeah.
So before the Holocaust, we had a genocide where they were trying to extinct my entire culture. So when they did the genocide, Hitler went to the Ottomans and was like, how'd you do it? How'd you kill the Armenians? The only difference between Hitler and the Ottomans was that Hitler was ruthless. That was it. But when he saw that, he was like, I want to do that times like 100 times.
Times 1,000.
But I mean, because that's just a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Armenians, we're not a minority, but we're not a lot at the same time. So, like, killing 1.2 million Armenians, that's a lot of people. But for the Holocaust, I mean, you can't get rid of all of them. No. You know?
I know. It's so twisted. It's so fucked. And that was something I heard about. I think Gina Carano got canceled for this. I'm not going to get political at all. That's not what the show's about. But she said something that it was enlightening to me even, where she said it wasn't just like overnight. Everyone's like, well, fuck Jews, I guess. No, it was like over time, a gradual year progress. Like it's dehumanizing them to start, right? Dehumanizing them, and then it wasn't just the government pulling them out. It was like their neighbors being like, oh fucking dude, Schwartzman, fucking right here, dude. Yeah, fuck that guy. So it was like their own neighbors and shit fucking outing him.
But also the neighbors, you got to realize that they were also in fear of their life.
Absolutely.
So they're either going to keep them secret and protect them and then get found out. Yeah. And then they were executed.
We've all seen the beginning of Inglourious Bastards. Yeah. The Dreyfuses. Yeah. Oh, God, that movie's so fucking good.
I didn't care for it.
I haven't seen it.
It was, I don't know. It just didn't.
Can I tell you something? It's my favorite Tarantino movie.
Okay.
Over Pulp Fiction. Over Reservoir Dogs. Over Jackie Brown. Over fucking, what's his name? Django Unchained. Over Hateful Eight. It's literally my favorite. And 90% of it's not even in English. It's my favorite Tarantino movie. I can't believe you don't love it. Oh my God, that beginning scene is so fucking crazy and so intense. You know what's also intense? This YouTube clip that we're about to watch.
Holding the sign that says 69th person to high five me, you get $69. Let's see who does it.
What if I high five you 69 times?
69th person.
Wait, are you on number 1? What number am I?
I don't know.
You're not keeping track?
I am.
What number am I? I follow you on TikTok.
Thank you.
I don't even know what that means.
What's that?
Cow overalls.
Boom! 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 Hey!
bitch. Why are you doing more than 10?
What are you at?
That's fucking great. Next.
I never make him.
How'd you know what?
I just had a feeling it was gonna be the girl that like was back in it, like the one that wanted to do it the least. She got it. And he's like, you win.
Yeah. No, that's always the case. It's always the people where it's like oh no,
They're not
I don't want
really
to
into
get
it. They're just kind of like get caught by, oh hey, what's going on? Yeah.
She's like the one shy friend that doesn't want to do anything in the crowd. She's like,
Yeah, and they get the most
you win.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best example is me at what was it called? The When We Were Young festival. So I'm fucking 33 years old. But a day to remember. They're like, all right guys, I want to see the biggest fucking mosh pit, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, you kids and your crazy mosh pits anyway. And so they start going, and they start going in. They start going hard. And it's like 3 kids just going nuts. And I'm like, oh, that's not enough to make like a dope, you know? And they're going in, and so this one like kids, you know, spreads everybody out, and they'll start going crazy. And I'm like, dude, that looks like so much fun. I wish I wasn't like thinking I'm over it and I would get involved. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. And I got in there and I was throwing bows. I was fucking running around. It was the funnest experience. And just because I said fuck it and I just let go, and it was so much fun. So basically I was that girl. I'm like, oh no, I don't want a high five. You know what? 30 high fives. So God bless her. And I get it. All right. Next video. Let's go. By the way, my algorithm, you're going to see a lot of YouTube shit because that's just how it goes. That's how my algorithm is. I mean YouTube shit, UFC shit. That's what I meant.
He's like a rock, you know, he's like a very big beer, you know. He's very strong. Like people when they watch on him, like they think like he's like short, fat, heavyweight, you know. But when people contact with him,
Oops.
that's a different, you know. He's two division world champion, light heavyweight, heavy.
Lucas, come here, buddy. This is Lucas. He's a young
See, I'm sorry, it's all UFC shit.
Anthony, you know this. Who leans forward like that, it makes it easy. If they stand upright, it makes it damn near impossible. We're going to give a little demonstration. Lucas, do not make a fool out of me. You're going to pick me up. I'm going to pick you up. Okay.
Oh, that's Anthony Smith.
And now, don't drop me this time.
Get it! He's like 3 times bigger than
There we go.
Yeah.
It's all leverage though.
I know. So, ideally, what he should be doing is, and actually, I learned this from Daniel Cormier. Not directly, he didn't teach me directly, but watching him do it. So, especially somebody with that size difference. So you lock your hand. So you go like under their crotch and you lock your hands, and then you
Interlock your fingers.
Exactly. You use almost like them as like their, you find like their fulcrum, and you could lift up somebody 3 times your size, because you're basically creating like a lock, right? And then use like a fulcrum and just lift them up. And Daniel Cormier was doing it.
I can do it?
100%. You can
yeah,
lift up
definitely.
doing that. 100%.
I know, I'm sitting here like,
100%. 100%. It's crazy. Because, it's...
Well, that's where they say size doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's knowledge is what gets you.
Yep. Facts.
Wins.
Facts.
It depends.
Okay, if you got a 120-pound girl against a 450-pound dude, yeah, then size is gonna matter. But
well, what are we talking here? Are we talking in a fist fight? Are we talking a wrestling match? Because a 450-pound dude, I could run around him and just bing, 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 you know, while he's, and you know, every punch is labor. If he hits me once, I'll probably be fucked. But
like you against Butterbean, yeah, you're gonna run circles around him, but he catches you.
But if he catches me, I'm
Yeah.
done.
toast.
I'm toast. I'm toast. But especially in his advanced age, there's no way. There's no way. But that's the thing, is that nuclear option. It only takes one.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what makes that fucking. That's why Izzy lost, because Israel Adesanya is a specialist. He is one of the greatest kickboxers ever. And when he fought Alex Pereira, he was fighting another specialist, another amazing kickboxer. The difference, I'd say that Izzy's the better kickboxer, just the better, more technical fighter. But Alex Pereira has that fucking nuclear option where if he catches you, you're going to sleep. And that's what happened in the fight, and that's why Izzy lost. Anyway, yeah, that nuclear option, dude, you can't doubt that shit.
Tristan, booze about getting older and when you start showing your age.
What's that?
So I've trained at kickboxing a little bit.
Sure.
I'm not professional by any means, but I know more than the average Joe Blow off the streets. So I got a heavy bag hanging in my living room. So I squared up to it, and I'm like, I'm gonna see if I can still throw a kick.
Yeah.
If I can square up, throw the hips, foot comes around, whack on the bag. Like, I still got it.
Nice. Yeah.
I get up to go to work that night. I'm like, dude, I must have slept on freaking hips hurt. For about 4 days later, I was like, why do my hips hurt so bad?
Hip problems, bro.
I'm pushing 40.
Age, hip problems.
Oh, you don't look a day over 25.
I'll be 37. I don't know, next week or some shit.
Oh, so what? 85?
Yeah.
85.
Oh, good quick math there, Tanya.
I couldn't do that.
I'm smart.
I still gotta use my 9.5 fingers and 11 toes.
I'm smart sometimes.
Sometimes.
Keyword.
Sometimes.
That's hysterical. All right, let's see what they got here. What's this guy doing? You're smelling. What do we got? Oh, Tristan. Okay, so you know Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate. Andrew was a kickboxer.
That's why I tell my kids all the time. Negative.
My dad used to do this thing where he would tell me no, but he would shake his head yes. He'd be like, no.
Yeah, nope. So Andrew Tate is a kickboxer, I guess former kickboxer, but he had like a good record. But now he's like a conservative, like he's like a, what would you even explain him? He's one of those guys who's like thinks like men are superior to women. Women should be in the kitchen. Men should be.
I'll kill him.
Yeah, he's not even.
No, I'm just kidding.
Not like a misogynist. I guess a lot of people would claim he is. I'm not going to get into it. He's very polarizing politically.
Old school mentality, if you will.
But not even like he's like there's no such thing as a patriarch or no. Anyway, I'm not even if I can get into it. He has his own beliefs. Anyway.
He is something else.
So yeah, so this is his brother.
This is not food. You can't keep saying. What do you have for lunch?
Laughing Reaper, aka Carlos, my boy.
Carlos.
He said he was a 4-time world champion. So are we talking about
Andrew Tate?
He's talking about Tate.
He follows him extremely.
He likes Tate.
My son.
I know, yeah.
He follows him to the fullest.
I could see him liking someone like Tate.
Yeah.
And he's saying wrong. Wrong to what? I was saying.
To me, saying he's a womanizer.
No, I never said womanizer. I said some see him as a misogynist. I didn't say myself. I stay out of the politics. I'm on the outskirts, baby. But some would say he's a misogynist. But make more noise. No, you're good. All right, so this is his brother.
For lunch I had. Was it cognac only?
Yeah. For dinner I'm having a Hugo.
Oh, there's Andrew right there.
I ordered steak both times.
Yeah, cool. Steak's good. Steak's good.
Yeah, steak's food.
There's limes in the glass.
Limes have. That's not food.
Limes are food. Limes very much are food.
This can't be real.
Andrew's faces
How
are
long
the
are you
best
gonna do this
though.
for?
Forever. I can
He's
survive on
like,
limes.
I'm so over it.
Yeah. Did you know that in the age of sail, British sailors used to get scurvy until the British Navy started packing lemons and limes into their ships in massive quantities because they could store well, and eating them had enough vitamin content to avoid sailors dying.
Why do they talk like that? Where are they from? Because they both talk like
or-
that. Huh?
Could be like UK or Australia or something like that. Some British territory, if you will.
But
Or even South.
Hello.
Yeah. South Africa.
my producer is probably gonna look it up. South Africa. In South Africa, this is how they sound. Magic brew. Score me a loose
That
brew.
sounds like Scottish to me.
Scottish is Scottish. It's very guttural. He's Scottish. Give me a beer, would you?
That's more Irish though.
No, Irish is like, give me a. It's a.
He's just speaking mutt language now. Mix of everything.
Fuck the law, he is.
Well,
Cam came up to
okay,
your experience
so
57.
Who the fuck is this guy? That's
Right,
Irish.
Snatch.
Give me a
That was actually
fucking
pretty
Guinness.
good.
That's it.
So Andrew Tate was born in Washington D.C.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so why do they?
Where are his parents from?
His Latin England.
What did Kat say?
He moved to Latin England as a child. Kat said.
Yeah, he's born in D.C.
He's born in
She knew that.
Washington, D.C.
And she said, "I'm surprised they are."
People that generally like someone like Andrew Tate.
Ooh, we got people fighting in the chat. Ding, ding, ding. So Laughing Reaper and Carlos are on opposite sides of this spectrum. I'm with it. Who's doing that? Is that you?
It's not me.
I'm popular, apparently.
Oh God, you monster.
Kevin called me the goat for nothing.
Oh God, they don't. Oh God, next.
But I don't think it's good for us having navigation because here's what I noticed. So I'll use navigation. My computers tell me where to go. So now my brain is free to just think about whatever. And sometimes my brain will use that time to think about negative. It gets end up getting negative stuff. Whereas it used to be if my brain had a task and it was having to pay attention where I was going, I felt like it was better for my brain because it was busy. A long time ago, I think that our senses have to be in the world. Like we had to be aware if there were lions, what the weather was going to be like, where our kids were at our hip, like you're in the moment. You're in the moment. You had to survive. Like, you know, it was different. And now, since most of our comforts are met, I feel sometimes like those senses didn't disappear. I feel like they just went inside of us.
Right.
So now they're hunting like any uncomfort that comes up inside of us. So I think it's like why we have so much more mental health struggles because we're still like as alert as ever. But the only
fearful things are inside of us now for some reason, for some people. But I don't think it's good for us having navigation. But
Curious. There's some fire going off in the chat right now. So Kat said, "I'm surprised there are people that genuinely like someone like Andrew Tate," and she said he's born in D.C. So why do they talk with that accent? Anyway, neither here nor there. And then what did Los say?
He said, "I watched the whole podcast, not just 5-minute or 5-second clips."
Burn.
And Kat said he just seems like someone that wouldn't be fun to be around.
Facts.
It's like echoing when you play the short clips.
Yeah, that's why I tried to turn this down. Thank you, Kat, for telling me that.
Also, I think they sound like that because when they were children, they moved to England. When they were children.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. Well, there we go. All right, so Kat, let me know. I'm gonna play another clip.
So really quick, what was that last clip? How it was all about mental health? What was the point of showing that? Like, where were you going with that? Because that's a whole topic we can go.
You want to delve? Let's delve
on mental
Let's
health.
watch it again.
No,
Okay.
I just mean on mental health. Like,
Yeah, no. So let's watch it again because I want to pay a little more attention.
Because here's what I noticed. So I'll use navigation. My computers tell me where to go. So now my brain is free to just think about whatever. And sometimes my brain will use that time to think about negative.
By the way, real quick, Kat, tell me if it's not echoing at this point, because if I think it shouldn't echo right now. I have to turn your guys' thing down so it doesn't echo. So, all right, tell me if it echoes or not. Anyway, all right, let's focus on this.
It gets end up getting negative stuff. Whereas it used to be if my brain had a task and it was having to pay attention where I was going, I felt like it was better for my brain because it was busy. A long time ago, I think that our senses have to be in the world. Like we had to be aware if there were lions, what the weather was going to be like, where our kids were at our hip. Like
you're in the moment.
You're in the moment. You had to survive. Like, you know, it was different. And now, since most of our comforts are met, I feel sometimes like those senses didn't disappear. I feel like they just went inside of us.
Right.
So now they're hunting like any uncomfort that comes up inside of us. So I think it's like why we have so much more mental health struggles because we're still like as alert as ever. But the only fearful things are inside of us now for some reason, for some people. But I don't think it's good for us having navigation because here's what I noticed.
Okay, wait. What is he saying?
So, okay. So he's making a very valid point to where before all this technology where our phones
Well,
did everything for us, our mind was always focused on a certain task. So it's the was it Idle Hands or Devil's Playground?
Yeah.
So now we got this phone, it's like, oh, where do we need to go? Like, come here. I put on my GPS. So what do? Driving's not difficult unless you're just a complete moron.
Yeah.
But, so my 10-minute drive between my place and here, what do I have to do? I'm looking at the screen, it's literally telling me right, left. So all I have now, what I have to do is think about anything.
Yep. Yep.
So now, like he's saying, it brings up your demons, your past, your thoughts, and so...
Music. Play music.
No.
Well, music can get you into, because, like, for me, for example, I constantly always have to do something. I never stay home. I have a beautiful home. I should stay home.
Yeah. You don't like staying home. Yeah.
I get in my head, and it's a dark place.
Yeah.
And then I fall into depression, and then it's anxiety, and then it's what am I gonna do, and then it's stress, and then it's fear on top of that. So that makes sense. And even with music too, like you said, it brings back like negative thoughts because you have memories. Music is like one of those things where smell and music are like biggest, like it's horrific when it comes to memories.
Yeah. So scent is the strongest sense tied to memory, which makes sense.
You know, they say that, and I've tried to, every time whenever something triggers me and I think about something, it's never scent for me.
For you personally?
Yeah.
You've never had that where you're out and you're like, you smell something and you're like, holy shit, I remember when I was at this theme park, like that smell, like, oh my, I was at that theme park. Like it's just the most visceral like reaction, I guess you could say.
No, it does happen. But for me, that's not the number one thing that triggers past memory.
Okay.
It's usually audio, like either
auditory
or something.
Places too.
Yeah.
Sure. Have you ever had those car rides? I'm sure you guys have. Those car rides where it's you get to your destination, you're like, oh fuck, I didn't have the music on or anything that whole time. Like, how did I even get here? Like, you were just in your zone.
There's actually a term for that. It's like highway insomnia or something. When you get in your car and you're driving, you also
you're like, did I really pass a red light or was it green? I think it's called
highway insomnia.
Yeah. Like you're on, like you're on autopilot.
But I'm alive.
Yeah, like you're on autopilot. Yeah.
But no, like, so this dude's whole thing about mental health.
Theo Von's the man. I fucking love Theo Von.
He's hilarious.
He's so funny, and he has such a unique take on things. And he also, I know you have something to say, just real quick. Yeah. And he also has such a unique way of phrasing stuff. Like he'll use terms that you normally wouldn't use for things. Oh God, I wish I could think. I was just watching it the other day too, and he said something that's like, even how he describes stuff. He was talking about taking those boner pills from like the gas stations. He's like, I don't know, man, those things. Yeah, like that type of shit. He's like, I don't know, man, those things, they make my legs sweat. It's like, make your legs sweat?
Odd.
That's so odd. It's like, not only to notice that, but to like notice it and then think about it and then recall it and then bring it up in a conversation. Like he just has a very unique mind.
Major self-awareness.
Super, super self-aware. And he's so honest. He's like, maybe to a detriment, he's honest. He'll say shit that like, it's like, bro, why did you just like tell the world that? And he's, yeah, just so honest. Like even when he was talking with Tom Segura. So Tom Segura is telling this story about how when he busts nuts, it's like he shoots ropes. He says he does like, he's like, Theo, how many like how many like, you know, like when you bust a nut, like how many times does it like pulsate or whatever? And Theo's there and he's like, he's genuinely like thinking about it. You can tell he is. And he's like, he's like probably about 8. And he's from Louisiana. He's like probably about 8. He's like, and then Segura's like, yeah, I do about 16. It's like, what the fuck, bro? But he's like, well, yeah. And the last couple, they're like, you know, they're just a little pulsation, just not a lot. It's not like heavy. It's just like a little bump. It's like he's like so like specific and funny and just says shit that nobody else would say. Like nobody would be that honest about a lot of this shit. But it's just funny. Anyway, so the mental health thing. Where was I going with that? Oh, you had something to say and I interrupted you. Do you remember what you were saying?
Yeah. So for me, mental health is super important. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a lot of people, I mean, there's different reasons why today, but a lot of people are afraid to ask for help. They think it's, it's people look at them as less of a person or whatever. So that's all fucking bullshit. Like,
yeah.
Go out and get your help.
And I think that's a big thing is even just like society feels like, oh, if I ask for help, I'm less of a man. If I
just even less of a person.
In general, yeah, sure.
Yeah, because without getting into detail.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I've lived a pretty, we'll say, interesting life.
Let's say.
Yeah. It took a lot to, how do I say this? Not necessarily realize I need help, but to actually go and do it. Because everybody knows, like, oh, I need help. But everybody's afraid to actually go do it. And sure. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I need help, but I'm not ready yet. You're never going to fucking be ready. It's like when you have kids. You're never ready to have kids. Like, it's just going to happen. Mm-hmm. You need to go do it. You need to get yourself the help you need. And it's going to be rough. Like, it's going to take you to some very deep, dark places. But you need to go through that and have a professional there that knows how to give you the tools to work through it. Because we all think now, especially in our age demographic, like, oh, we need to do everything ourselves. Like, I don't need help. I should be able to do it myself.
Sure.
Because it's maybe what a reason was raised or ingrained or...
whatever.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Get help. It's amazing what it can do. Not only for you, but for the people around you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Especially for people who are like me, who don't know how to articulate their feelings into words.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So it's difficult for me to talk about. I can feel it, but I can't express it into words. So therapy is number one for that, because they can actually do some.
It's their job. They know how to articulate it. Sure.
On how you feel. But trauma is real, and mental health is real. Depression is real. Anxiety is real. We all live through it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting help is good, and if you don't know how to get help, then there's.
Even a friend, even being. I mean, and Brody, I'm not trying to put.
No, go for it.
Anybody on blast or anything.
No, go for
it. But you know I love and adore you. But you and I, we've had some conversations about some. We've been in some dark places, and we've talked to each other about it, and it helps. Even just even having the text conversation, right? Even just having the fucking being able to be like
any sort of communication.
Yeah, dude, it's so key. It's so helpful, and you don't even realize. Like, I'll be like, hey, what's up, man? I don't even know why I'm texting you until I'm like, I'm fucking sad, bro. Yeah. Or like, I thought I was cool and like with my ex leaving or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm upset, bro. Like, this shit hurt. And I don't realize till I start texting you and, we start getting into it. And they'll be like, dog, I just whoop-de-woo with whatever. And I'm like, fuck, man, yeah. Isn't that the worst? And we'll get into it. And then after the conversation, it's like, oh, fuck, I feel better. Sometimes, like, we would meet for a beer and just hang out. And you wouldn't even have a beer sometimes. We would just hang out. And we would literally go to a bar, just sit at a table, and we would just talk, bro.
Because I realized what my demons were.
Sure. Alcohol can be a trigger.
Well, alcohol and some of the other stuff I was doing, we'll say supplements.
Sure.
They did not mix well.
Sure.
And, we'd go out and water. Tea.
Yeah. Yep.
I was gonna say that too. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
But we totally do it to ourselves, and I'm gonna say that because I do it to myself.
Do what?
I go through so much anxiety and depression. The only way that I can mask it is by drinking.
Yeah.
And then the anxiety goes away, and then I'm fine. And then it's the next day where you have the hangover anxiety, and then you start over again.
It's that cycle. It's cyclical.
And,
sure.
Alcohol's a downer, so yeah, you're going to get depressed. You will think of something and then cry about it, and then the next day you're like, I don't know why I cried about that, but
yeah.
But
sometimes you just gotta let it out, and a few buckets later, you're all good.
But so I feel like some of us, we do it to ourselves. Like there is a way out. We just choose to stay in this like.
1,000,000 fucking %, yes. Because, and here's my theory on that. I think because, we're sort of, we know what misery is or what feeling like shit feels like, and so we're used to that sometimes, or we get used to it, or we understand it, and so we're like, it's as crazy as it sounds, that's sort of comfortable. The misery or being in the dark
being
place.
Around people who are also
Negative people who don't help you.
I would like to help people.
Yeah.
But you don't like helping yourself.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I can give you the best fucking advice in the world, but I will never follow my own advice.
Of course not.
Oh yeah.
And it's but it's that comfort. It's being comfortable with. I'm used to being sad or upset or pissed off.
People are used to being miserable.
Yeah, misery
They're
loves company, and that's a fucking
they know
fact.
How to
I was gonna say that you beat me to it. Yeah.
And then when you're happy and you're laughing, you're like, oh shit, something's bad gonna happen because I'm just.
You're
like,
waiting
so
for
the other shoe to drop.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're waiting for the fucking other shoe to drop.
You laugh till you cry, right?
Yeah, and it's because it's normal, and even for me, like I'm like, I wanted to do a podcast for a fucking lifetime, but I'm like, sure, I could do it, and maybe it'll be fun, and I'll be happy, and I'll enjoy it. But what if I fail? Then, like, so much shit, I haven't even gotten off the ground because of the idea that I might one day potentially fuck it up or fail. I'm so scared of that concept that I won't even try, which is fucking crazy. But that's how it is sometimes.
Well, I mean, I can say, okay, so in 2017, all by myself, I moved to the Bay Area. Just by myself. I don't know anybody.
No family, no friends.
I don't have friends.
Yeah.
I moved to San Jose.
San Jose, yep.
And everyone was like, it's so expensive, you're not going to be able to do it. You're not going to be able to do it.
Bullshit.
And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, well, if I do fail, at least I tried.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
right?
and that's it, and that's what it is.
I lasted 5 years.
Yeah.
Without roommates, lived on my own.
Yep.
I cut hair.
Yeah.
So, as far as like the failure thoughts, like, and it's fine to fail, as long as you try.
It's essential. It's essential to fail because we don't know what success is without failure, right?
The only way we learn is by failing.
1,000,000%.
Exactly.
So, a motivational speaker one time I was listening to, he called it failing forward.
I love that. Okay. Yeah.
John Maxwell.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it actually might be a book that he had written, but it's true.
Absolutely. Like I said, you don't know success without failure.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
no, please.
So as far as like she was saying, for like getting help and not knowing, especially us in the service industry, we're no more than 3 people away from knowing somebody to get whatever we need.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't be afraid to ask.
Absolutely.
Like, even if I say a text kind of like, hey dude, like, I'm not, feeling well today.
Yeah.
I just need, I need help.
Yeah.
Just talk. And he might know either personally or a few other people like, hey, I know someone that's gone through something similar. This is who they spoke to. And when you're looking for therapists, 9 times out of 10, it's going to take you 3, 4 to go through before you find the one you're comfortable with.
That you can communicate with.
And so when I went to search out for my therapist, I wanted to find one of the opposite sex because I didn't want to inadvertently feel like, man to man, like I gotta be this macho dude.
I gotta buck up. No,
I didn't want to feel that way. Naturally, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So that's, any advice I could ever give is, don't be afraid to ask, and find someone that you're gonna feel like you're talking to your parents.
See,
your mom or your dad.
I'll tell you what, I might be on the opposite side of the spectrum. I think I prefer a male, just because I think I would want to try and impress the female. I wouldn't want to be like, by the way,
That's just you,
I
Cameron.
That could be your severity.
I feel like.
Talk to me.
Because you obviously love females so much.
Yes.
I think if you had a hot shrink, it wouldn't work for you.
It wouldn't work.
It's not gonna be like the movies.
But it's not for everybody. It's not. What was it? Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think that, honestly, and I think you're right. I think the end goal in my head would be like, I'm gonna try and take it down.
And it's really difficult too to find somebody. You're gonna go through a lot of therapists until you find the right one. I was telling you this the other day. I went to the ER like 2 nights ago, and I was telling Cameron last night that I don't know why these people are in this industry when they have like zero compassion towards people. Like, you're making me uncomfortable. I'm here in tears. I'm obviously in pain, and you're just treating me like shit.
Yeah.
Like, you need somebody who's gonna be like, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna help you.
Have some empathy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, zero. And with therapists, I have yet to find the right one, because every time I go in there and I'm talking to these people, they're like, yeah. I literally will sit there for an hour and just like cry my eyes out, and their response to me is, well, why did you think that happened? I don't fucking know. I'm here to see.
Yeah. You fucking helped me figure that out, goddammit. Yeah.
It was necessary.
Why? What? Like it? I just don't know why people are in this industry. They don't know how to treat people.
Yeah. You know what's funny, and I'm gonna get off topic a little bit, but it's so strange, the industry that we're all in. We have to, and it was about Kay.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about this. I'm like, the way he spoke to me via text, because in person he'd always be, oh, hey, what's up, man, good to see you. But I couldn't get him something he wanted, and he's a prima donna. He wanted, so he wanted what he wanted. Very fucking much. So, very much so. And so I couldn't get him what he wanted, even though it was out of my control, literally. He started talking shit, and he texted me. So I said, hey, man, I apologize. On behalf of the company, mind you, it's not me. It's not like I'm saying, no, let's not do it. Right. Or whatever. Anyway, it's a little weird with our context. Sorry, guys. But you'll get the general point. So I'm like, so he starts talking shit, and he texts me. If anyone texted me this that wasn't, and I'm not trying to sound like Mr. Cool Guy or anything fucking dumb like that.
Have his ass.
But if anybody said shit like what he said to me, nope. That's a fucking big nope.
Well, I mean, going back to our industry,
being
a barber, a bartender,
and
a waitress.
I had to take it. I had to say, sorry, yep, you're right.
Anyone in the service industry, it kind of sucks because we have our days where we don't want to fuck with anybody. I don't fake it till you make it, though, because you need your clients, right?
Facts.
And it really sucks that people have, like, that entitlement, or they feel like they have the entitlement,
sure,
to treat you that way,
sure,
because they know that you can't say anything bad.
We can't do shit.
You will lose your job.
Come to my bar.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. Go on Brody's shift and talk that shit.
Right. No, so like the way I try to run any bar I work at, like the show Cheers. Everyone there.
Yep.
Great regulars. We're family. Like we do stuff outside of it. So when they come in, unload on me. But if you're going to be out of context, I'm going to tell you, because it's not what you want to hear, it's what you have to hear. You're not going to like it then, but you can come back tomorrow the next day, like, dude, thank you. To hear that.
Yep.
I wasn't asked.
I was drunk.
So
yes.
It's kind of a long excerpt, whatever you call it, but it's like, no, I'm not just a bartender.
Yeah.
I'm a therapist.
Oh, bro, we're the whole.
I'm a marriage counselor, and it's.
Yep.
And people don't think to go up to, like, when they're talking to the bartender, be like, hey, how are you doing? That's why,
never.
Last year, how many bartender deaths were there? Because it just built up.
And I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but because I know a lot of our friends, we know a lot of the same people. A girl jumped off a fucking bridge that we know.
Parking garage.
Yeah.
Drove the wrong way on the highways.
Exactly.
Yep.
You literally said the 3 I was going for. Yep. So fucked. And I love my job.
Oh, 100%.
I love my job. And it sucks when people take advantage of the fact that they know we can't. Because, bro, especially you're a big fucking guy. If you guys can't tell, he's, what are you, 6'4"?
6'2".
With 9.
He's like 6'5". Yeah.
Bang on, so with those 11 toes.
Yeah, he's like 7 feet tall.
It went on the feet.
250
instead of the
pounds.
finger.
Yeah.
Where it counts.
Yeah. In your toes. In your toes. So he's a big guy. Talking shit to you outside of where you're behind the bar with the towel over your shoulder working, nobody would do it, right? But you get a little liquid courage and you get the gusto and you're like, okay, well, fuck you. Really, guy? Really? Because in any other situation, if we were outside of these walls, would you be saying the shit you're saying right now? There's no fucking way. And even to me, I am 6'6", for those who are watching. I don't know why they're laughing, because they probably thought I was 6. Yeah, they probably thought I was 6'8". That's probably why they're laughing. They're like, "Oh, you're bigger than that. You're
Your
crazy."
alter ego, you mean?
I don't know what she's referring to. She sounds nuts, but I am 7 feet tall, and it's not a big deal. But now I forgot what I was saying because I was interrupted rudely by Tanya.
But so, not to interrupt you, but I don't think
No,
so
please.
much people think that
I forgot what the
go to
fuck
the
I was
bar
saying.
and the bartender can't say certain things.
Bullshit.
Well, from my experience, I don't feel like it's just them not thinking.
It's bullshit. Yep.
So, but like I said, I also try to run my bar very, like everyone's here to hang out and have a good time, not start fights.
But that's it. And like you were saying, they're there to hang out and have a good time. As soon as it stops being a good time, or as soon as there's trying to make it a negative experience, that's that. But God,
that's
I got
where
good snaps.
So
it's a good snap.
I found out through the years of being in the industry, one of the quickest ways to get somebody to stop doing what they're doing without any kind of like ramifications of altercation, like, oh, you need to stop, and they, try to, puff their chest.
Sure.
Embarrass them. I dad voice people all the time, and they literally sit there and you see them sink in their chair and be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and your dad voice is on point.
I have a dad voice this year.
He is a dad, so his dad
I use my dad voice more on patrons than I have my kids.
Yeah.
I
guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Me laugh. I'm like, they called me
especially probably your daughter the most.
Oh yeah, my
oldest daughter. My
oldest daughter. She's spitting image of me. I sent my ex-wife this text. I'm like, we're in trouble because it says the oldest daughter is spitting image of her father.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Don't tell me that.
It's usually
No,
like
I know it's true, but
with
older
children in general, I think they're
how they
most
behave.
like their parents.
And girls usually look like their dads.
Well, there's the way she acts. Like my youngest and my oldest, I do see like
she looks like you as well, though.
All my kids obviously have traits.
Yeah.
I think my son and my youngest have more traits than me. But
Wait, to say again?
My youngest child, my youngest daughter, and my oldest, my son. I feel like they have more like facial traits of me than my middle one.
Than your middle?
Yeah.
Your middle's always the runt of the family.
Your youngest though. His
nuts.
They never look like
his youngest kid.
They're like the
little
redheaded
syndrome,
redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, you're right. His youngest is, oh my god, it's like a girl version of you, but.
Well, we call her a Sour Patch Kid because she'll come up to you, and we make a joke like she'll come to you and stab you like with a smile like that's just for next time.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah. She had to pick what two was it 2 sports she had to, or she chose.
So what we initially want them to do, but they're in a lot of like they're all homeschooled and they I couldn't do it to this day. The stuff my middle schoolers doing, I couldn't do. It's very
like what?
Math. No.
Basic math.
Division.
Algebra. Why do we need that though?
We've got serious.
I use yeah, exactly right.
I cut hair. Okay, fine. Geometry for me. That's great.
Geometry for you. I would say, I use math all the time. I'm like, shit, all right, what is 20% of $642? Okay, so 60 would be 10 times that
percentage
to 120. So yeah, so that would be that's math, so I use that. Or I just type it in the computer and it literally tells me.
We have calculators.
Yeah, true. In our pockets or on my POS system. Very true. But it's good to have the fundamentals, right? Yeah, I get it. And history, I love history. History's so fun.
History and geography.
Especially dark history. Ooh.
Oh, okay. So let's talk because I know you wanted.
I know a lot of dark history.
I know you wanted to go there, so let's go there. So dark history. So first of all, and I asked you this when we were talking on the phone. Fuck, I need to. What is dark history? What would you say? What is dark history?
Like anything, like.
Say,
I don't know.
For example,
look at something. Look at the remote control, or like this Truly's can, and just Google about it, and you go deep into it.
Like Krispy Kreme donuts.
What is it?
Or
Krispy Kreme?
Coca-Cola.
Hold on, Brody. I'm sure you have a thing for Krispy Kreme. Tell me about it.
They were a big contributor to Hitler's ideals. Krispy Kreme donuts.
What?
Yep.
Is that why
You know what's funny? I learned that from my 16-year-old son.
No shit.
Yeah.
It's funny what kids can teach us. I know it's you, but will you read that most recent comment?
Oh, the one I wrote?
I know it's you, but still.
There's... Oh.
Don't tell the guests. Don't tell the people
Okay.
that. Who's this amazing
Laughing Reaper said, you
fan?
live and you learn.
Yeah.
And then Miss Michael Domino said, there are
She's
so
cool.
many different methods of help. Try one that works for you. Don't stop if one doesn't work.
Exactly.
Read that one more time because I want to take it in.
There are so many different methods of help. Try
Yes.
one that works for you. Don't stop if one doesn't work.
Yeah,
Meaning,
that's what
say
you were saying
if
too.
therapy doesn't work for you, or if one therapist doesn't
That's
work
what
for
I
you,
was saying. It's
continue
like,
to seek help
it's
elsewhere.
going to take time until you find the right person or the
Yep.
right thing to do.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
I'm 30. I'm gonna be 35 next
Yeah.
year. I still yet have found someone. I mean, I could sit here and talk to you about it, and I'll feel
Sure.
great.
Sure.
You know, it's just like
Especially with him, you feel great.
It's when.
Am I the worst? I'm the worst. Okay, I'm the worst. I'm the worst. I get
It's
it.
what they deliver, right?
Oh, he'll
It's
deliver.
the approach.
Okay, I'm done.
Right.
Oh, he approached. Okay, I'm done.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You're gonna what?
That's therapy.
You're gonna what?
Right?
I was gonna cut you off when you said I'm gonna fuck. Then I must cut you off. I'm gonna fuck.
The worst.
No, but
You.
like with the dark history, back to dark history, like yeah, things like that. Like if you just look things up, or even the freaking frying pans you use, like
Talk to me. What do you mean?
The way that company was, where it just gave people cancer because of
Teflon.
Yeah, exactly.
Which one?
Teflon.
Teflon's highly
Oh,
poisonous.
Teflon on the yeah. Fuck yeah,
Or
that's crazy.
Coca-Cola, where there's only two people
That's what
in
we were
this
talking about.
world
Yeah.
who have
The recipe. And
Because,
there's only
just in case one dies.
there's only I was gonna
And
say
they
that.
never traveled
There's
together.
only two.
Exactly.
Yep, there's only two because in case the one dies, or else there would
There's
only
no
be one.
recipe. Bingo.
I have it.
Or even like
It's
witches and stuff.
corn
if you
syrup?
go back and like research this shit, you're like, holy crap. Or like AIDS and cancer.
Right.
curious stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just.
He's right.
This is when you talk, just like if this is it, just like. That looked and sounded so bad.
Do it again.
I'm saying talk like right in that motherfucker, like. You don't gotta touch it.
It's gonna go in my mouth if I go any closer.
It's just
You
shared.
promise?
I hate you.
All right, so we're gonna end this and have a foursome. Bye. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I can't.
All right, Brody.
I have to go to work.
Actually, Brody has to go first, and then you don't work until 4:15. Relax. All right. So dark history. Specific? Do we know anything specific about dark history?
I don't know.
Do you have like a single one?
We can't. I mean, there's a bunch, but it would be cool if we just like looked at something and then looked it up and then do this one more time with the dark history.
Okay, so we'll just have
Part
that
two
as
with dark history.
well, yeah, dark
We can
history
look
part
at
2 coming up.
plastic or glass or anything.
Or glastic.
Or freaking Dole pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? You shove him up a
Pineapple?
guy's ass?
The pineapple
To kill him.
brand. Oh my god. Isn't that in Little Nicky where he shoved the pineapple up Hitler's ass?
So do you guys watch the
Yeah.
yeah. Do you guys watch the show Psych?
Yeah.
Like 1 or 2 episodes, but
Show the camera, bro.
it's fine.
Show the camera.
More
Let.
than that.
Let's
Like
go.
that.
Let's go to you. Boom.
There we go.
Let's go. I love that. That's my favorite tattoo anybody has. Period. Just because it's the best show ever.
It's really good.
It's the best show. It's my favorite. Dude,
is that the one with the white dude who is like psychic and who helps the...
But he's not psychic. He's just
he fakes. It's like The Mentalist, basically a carbon copy. That's a quote from the show, as Brody knows. But yeah, it's a guy pretending to be a psychic, but he just uses. So his dad was a cop, and so he just uses his keen sense of observation
details and
Yep. So he'll like walk into a room and he'll see lipstick on like the rim of a glass, right? And he'll be like, he wasn't alone. There was a woman here.
So
and
like
he'll
common sense he's using.
not common. It's more like a Sherlock Holmes, like zeroing in on small little details. But he'll like put his hands to his head and pretend like he's coming up with it psychically, really, when he's just observing things that most people wouldn't do. So he's just super.
I like scary stuff.
I love scary stuff.
Considering my trauma.
Ready? Ready? Favorite scary movie? Tanya, go.
My favorite. Oh, you know what? You're gonna laugh at me if I tell you, but my favorite scary movie is I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I'm with that. Why would I laugh at you? You fucking nerd. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's a good one.
You know what? It's fine. I like old '90s movies. Like
Scream might be my favorite scary movie.
I love Scream.
Yeah.
So here's the thing about me when it comes to scary movies.
Slut. Oh, when it comes to scary movies. Yeah, no. Go on.
Did you say slut?
No, I said what? I was curious.
Oh, okay.
Like, what were you going to say?
Well, so growing up in a Christian household.
Yeah. Oops.
And my household is, I'm still a Christian, so my household is the same. So I don't watch those like demonic films or like The Conjurings or any exorcism.
Let me ask you this.
I can't.
Do you not watch them because you don't want to let that shit in?
Because it's real. So
and why do you say it's real?
Demons are real.
Demons are real.
Why do you say it's real? Then I want to hear Brody.
Okay, for example, drinking, right? They don't call it spirits for nothing. So, when you're watching movies like that in your home, especially, the first thing that comes into you is fear. Right? So you're depositing that energy into your house. The first thing that comes into you? I can't stand you. I know. The camera's not on me too, so they can't even see it. So the first thing that comes into you is for sure. Spirit. No, for sure. Wait, whatever you were saying. So you have that fear, right? So like, it's okay. I believe in energy, 100%. So like with people especially, you have to be careful who you invite into your home, because not only do they have, let's say, like AIDS. Yeah, or gonorrhea. That's fine. Syphilis. That's terrible. Oh, chlamydia. If you do have that, I'm so sorry.
You shouldn't invite those people into your bedroom.
No. You're so sweet, Tanya. Can I just say how sweet Tanya is? She's like, if you do have that, I'm very sorry. When I'm just like fucking and making jokes, she's like, but honestly, if you do have that, my number's 404-999. It's like, you're too sweet for you. I'm good.
Call me, I'll talk to you.
Yeah, I'll talk after lunch. I got you.
No, but like with people that you invite into your home, you don't know what they do at their home, right?
Yeah.
They could have a spirit of anger. They could have a spirit of lust. They could have a spirit of fucking who knows.
I know what my spirit is.
But I'm aware.
What?
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. But when you bring people into your home, you don't realize that as soon as they leave that energy.
They leave
behind.
that energy with them, yeah.
And you can feel
the residual.
It's the same thing about those movies, like those demonic movies, because now you're afraid. Now there is an energy of fear in your home. Every little sound you hear, you're like, oh fuck, it's that demon.
Devil, it's that energy. Yeah. It's that negative spirit.
I refuse to watch any demonic movies.
So you haven't seen The Conjuring 1 or 2?
I have.
Okay.
That's why I don't watch them.
Especially as an empath.
Yes.
You have to watch what you
So what were you saying?
Especially as an empath, you have to watch what you take in, like music, videos, the people around you, because you take in all that energy.
Exactly.
And then sometimes you don't know the difference if it's yours or if it's the people around you. So you have to learn how to put like this this force field around you to protect yourself from anyone else's energy.
Because as an empath, you have a funnel on top of your head, right? So picture a funnel.
Oh, what a great fucking description. I love that.
So picture a
as
funnel.
As an empath, you have a funnel. Yeah,
so everything is, you're collecting it, right?
Yeah.
So you feel it. Like, okay, for example, I was living in San Jose. I was living in the Rose Garden. It was my dream home.
You were living in my garden?
And I had my dream home. And I was living there. And I had this girl that I used to work with. She was our, like, front desk girl. She would come sweep the floors and whatever. She was cool. I thought she was cool. I didn't get any, like, weird, like, feeling
vibes
about
off
her.
her.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, I only see her at work, right?
Sure.
But this girl is like full of drama. So I was like, whatever, it's fine. So she came over one day. She came over, she hung out with me. We had a couple glasses of wine. We were like digging around, talking, whatever.
Yeah.
So she leaves, and literally the next day, the shit that I experienced in my home. So I started having, which I do often, but I mean, well, that's a different topic, but I get sleep paralysis. Where you're awake, but you're not.
The most terrifying
and then there's always something there. I would repeatedly get it every night, right? To the point where I would call my mom and I would cry that I can't sleep. I can't fucking sleep. Like, I don't want to sleep. It was like a Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, if you sleep, you're gonna fucking, you know? So my mother and her friend, they came to San Jose and they stayed with me. And I was upstairs sleeping in the bed with my mom, and our friend, she decided she wanted to sleep on the couch. I was like, well, you can sleep in the other. She goes, no, I want to sleep here. So I was like, okay. So I fell asleep. I had this another sleep paralysis thing. But remember how I said with my grandma, that story where it takes its form into somebody you love? Mm-hmm. Well, I saw my mom in a terrible way, which she's the closest to me out of anyone in this world. So I wake up from it. They're already downstairs. They're praying because my mom's friend saw something walk up the stairs. So they leave. I'm stuck in this house by myself. I'm crying. I'm like, how could you guys leave me after telling me all this, whatever? Yeah. So I go to work. And I'm talking to Dave, which is the owner of the shop, and I'm telling him, like, I can't fucking sleep. There's something in my house. Like, I can feel it. He goes, well, just sleep at my house. It's fine. I'm like, no, you're like, I have to go home. And the girl that came over, she's sweeping the floors, right? And she's overhearing what I'm talking about. And she goes, oh, you should just light white candles. I'm like, huh? She goes, yeah. What? So my family does a lot of witchcraft. So they light white candles to get rid of stuff. Like, she brought it into my home. Mm-hmm. It was her.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That shit scares me.
White candles.
And
sage.
She bought me a birthday gift. It was like a necklace. And I put it away. And I couldn't find it because I wanted to get rid of anything she gave me. Mm-hmm. Anything that had ties to her. I couldn't find it. It like disappeared into my home.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So everything, I feel like you and I are like on the same page, like spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
I light a white candle. I light sage and Palo Santo every morning, like to clear whatever lingered in at nighttime or whatever lingers in at any time, and it's helped myself and whoever lives in my home tremendously, and then we can realize it.
I literally have everything
that I just mentioned. Watch.
Wait.
Okay, she has her crystals with her.
I literally will hold this
rose
all
quartz.
Day. I'll hold it all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like right there.
Yeah.
You gotta put it in your mouth.
Oh.
That's what she said.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, so we totally gotta link up.
Yeah.
Later.
For sure.
Because we're like right there.
When's your birthday?
January 26th.
You're an Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Wow.
Yes. When's your birthday?
May 10th.
Just stay there, yeah.
What's your sign?
Taurus.
Stay talking.
Taurus. I'm still learning.
That's right. Yeah, so when you talk, you literally like look at me. You gotta talk boom, boom, boom. Hey guys, welcome to the podcast that never sleeps. I know what I'm doing. Anyway,
I was talking about the signs.
and you gotta project a little bit, talk a little higher. I'm just saying, I'm helping you.
So I gotta say it with my chest.
Say it with your chest. That's literally my joke, though. When you podcast, you literally have to say it with your chest.
You have to not hear me either?
I can hear you fine when you're close, like that. Like what? Like what? Like what? Hold up. So, like when Brody talks, he projects because he has a deeper, higher, like voice. So when he talks, he can be here and we can hear him, but us, we have to be boom, boom,
Well,
boom.
we're not all gifted with 9.5 fingers, 11 toes, and a deep ass voice.
When you said 9.5, I'm like, where's she going with this? She's referring
that
to me.
would be annihilating. No thanks.
If I was that, I'd be doing a different kind of podcast. Not bartending.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe. But
Yeah.
feature film.
Yeah. The best kind. So dumb. So dumb. All right, so Princess, remember that thing that's crazy that you were talking about?
Which crazy thing are we talking about?
I don't know. I just wanted to see where you'd go with
I
that.
talk about a lot of crazy things.
So tell me, do you have any paranormal or like wild experiences?
I'm sure
That's
she
a
does.
yes. That's a fucking yes. Let's go.
hear it.
So like where I am, boom, right there at top. Let's go.
Okay, so my son, Carlos, he's an empath also. Well, both of my sons are, Carlos and Diego.
Carlos
We
is,
have Carlos.
shout out Carlos, my boy.
Laughing Reaper. Okay, so we have my cat, Hollywood, who passed away. She lingers in the house. My 2 new kittens.
Hollywood's a great name for a cat, by the way.
I think so too.
Yeah.
She was total Hollywood. But
She was a
my
prima
2
donna.
new kittens like play with her. I can literally tell they're playing with her. And then there's this child. I'm not sure yet if it's a girl or a boy, but it likes to play with my kids. So it'll like they know it's there, so they'll purposely leave the closet door open, and then they'll wake up and it's like open more,
Ugh.
or it's closed.
Ugh.
Or you'll hear it like when you're in the specific bathroom in my house. I don't shower in there no more, but you can hear it like laughing or yelling or
Yeah, no thanks. I would literally run.
yeah. Well, my kids like they're into that stuff, so they like embrace it and they want to get those. What are those things called? EGKs or
EMF.
EMF.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to get
Electromagnetic
those.
field detector, yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, and they watch those
The what,
videos
baby?
on YouTube all the time. Yeah.
Oh, I got it. The what? The what?
Beep, beep. So yeah, so it's
like
interesting.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So I don't know the little girl from years and years ago, where her mom had like Zanny the nanny. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, Xanax nanny, yeah.
Yeah, but it was the mom who, yeah, but the little girl went missing and stuff. So my son Carlos like literally would wake up and ask questions about her and say, and then he said, "Oh, Mom, they're gonna find her today. Like she's fine."
He
but
fucking said that?
He said that, and then that day they found her, and he was
No.
like 3 or 4. And he was like in constant contact with her when he was this young. But of course, she was already past. She transcended, so he was able to communicate with her.
Can I say, I'm so sorry, just real
No, you're
quick, can
fine.
I say, kids and pets have a
Scary.
fucking
They have that sense.
My
When-
cat, she'll look at the wall and just be like, and I'm like, please stop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you fucking out of my
Yeah,
house.
yeah. I'm gonna kick you out, yeah. Because they have this sense, I don't know, I don't know if when we get older we lose it or forget
Everyone has
or...
a third eye, just so you know. Everyone has one. It's just...
Are you
you're
open to it?
To use it.
Sure.
I was born with mine because when I was a child, my mom, when my grandpa died, my mom said I would talk to him. And I specifically said, oh, he didn't carry me. And
Oh,
my
shit.
mom was like, oh, fuck. Right? So she's like, we gotta get out of this house. So, but every little picture that I have as a child, I'm playing with like an orb. There's an orb in the picture.
Whoa, what?
That's awesome.
Is that awesome or is that horrifying?
I think it's awesome. I love the whole...
I don't think it was negative, though.
Right.
I looked happy.
Yeah, I love the whole realm of spirituality. Because, yes,
You
there's
were, like,
spirits.
playing with it.
Yes, there's bad demons, but also in balance of life, there's the light. There's the good energies. There's the good spirits. You know, the angels.
Well, yeah. So, right? Because if there's
demons,
positive, there has to be
angels.
negative.
Right.
If there's light, there has to be dark. So, yeah, that makes sense.
The yin and the yang.
The yin and the yang, exactly. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, I don't see why it would be anything
or like
else.
the intuition some people have.
Like you guys saying you were empaths. Yeah. Like I know people who are legit empaths. Not even just people, but like, yeah,
And
spiritually.
a lot of people, you know what, they think I'm a complete bitch. They really do, because...
Myself included, yeah.
If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I don't have to know you for a certain amount of time for me to know if I like you or not.
You're just not for me.
Yeah.
It could be
you're not for everybody's not for everybody. Yeah.
What comes out of your mouth, like how you like your personality is, right?
Somebody said it.
The way you present yourself.
Yeah, I can tell if I can be compatible in having a friendship with you or not.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, I don't like her. She's nice. That's fine. I don't like her.
Her vibe is not right for me. Sometimes it's just that vibe, and you have to listen to it.
I feel it.
People give out energy. Like you said, energy is so much.
We were in Seattle. I went to Seattle like 2 weeks ago for my cousin's birthday. And we ended up in this club. I don't want to say it's a club because it was kind of underground. Everyone was wearing sneakers. There was a DJ and a bar, whatever. So we're dancing. It's my cousin and her friends. And it's my cousin and her friends, and there's this guy. I see everything, right?
Are you good on your
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Go on, I'm sorry.
So I see everything, right? Even though like I may be drinking, but I know who's in here. But I'm just like that. So I see this person. This man is just staring at my cousin and my girlfriend. And I'm looking and I'm like, that's weird. There's a bunch of girls here. Why are your eyes on my two? So I'm sitting there. They went to the bar to grab a drink. He's talking to them and I'm like, oh shit. Because I immediately, like what I got was like sexual predator vibes. That's what I got out of it. So the girls come back. I'm like, we should go. Let's go somewhere else. So they're like, okay. So they're lagging. So when we were in Seattle, we were at like the gum wall. If you ever been there, there's a gum wall. It's weird. It's gross. It's literally walls of people like
gum on it.
Yeah, gross.
That's funny. My son used to have a gum wall in the house when he was little. It was the most
So
disgusting thing.
Every little boy has a booger wall. Just so you know.
Is it too bright to
No, it's okay.
Oh, maybe it was a booger
You
wall.
look so pretty though.
It was both.
So you gotta go. So there's a two-way. When you get out of the bar, you can either go left or right to the street. So we went left, and then we had to go up the hill to get on the street to get to our Uber. Long story short, I'm telling these girls, hurry the fuck up. If you don't hurry, I'm gonna fucking cry right now because I'm scared, right? And they're like, okay, we're coming, whatever. So I was like, okay, so we get up, and they were like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I literally feel like there's something wrong. We need to get out of here. And as soon as like they were like, oh, what do you mean? I was like, that guy back there? I was like, I don't have a good feeling. We need to go.
Just
and as soon
intuition,
as I
huh?
said that, I turn around. He's standing right there. He followed us outside to the street, and then he goes, so where are we going? I was like, we are not going anywhere.
What the fuck?
So as soon as he said that, the girls were like, let's go. They're like, I'm so sorry, I didn't believe it. I was like, I'm telling you, like I felt like. But what was really weird about
That's funny you two said that
him,
at the same time.
What was really weird about him was he was well dressed. He wasn't bad looking. He had a wedding ring on.
But he's a
It
weirdo.
was bizarre. I was like,
You felt this fucker's not okay.
His vibe.
It was
right?
scary.
His vibe was all
It
up.
was really scary because I was like, God, what if he put something in one of their drinks? Good thing we didn't have one.
Right.
You know, like I'm not gonna say trafficking because you need more than one person to but whatever. But
Sure.
Who knows? He could have had multiple people in there.
Exactly.
You know,
And that's what
incognito.
Oh fuck! Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
But it was weird how he followed us because he could have gone the other direction. You know, like you literally followed us out to the
You guys were targeted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Be careful, ladies. Keep your eye out.
And you knew he was bad news. You just felt it. That's
I felt
so
it.
wild.
I felt
it.
it.
Yeah.
It was like a radiating energy. Like I was like, oh, Mungo, no, get out.
It doesn't matter what you're wearing, how you look, the vibe and the energy you give out tells everything.
Exactly.
So my thing, with the energy and all that is, so I'm sure we've all experienced this. My parents got divorced when I was pretty young, so
same.
Yeah, so there's this. So I'll just explain it, then I'll get back to it. So, have you ever? And this is just pure energy shit. So have you ever walked into a room, and you're like, oh,
felt heavy.
It's heavy.
Exactly,
bro. It's like people are fighting, or like something's not okay. My mom's upset. My dad, like somebody's.
You can,
something's up, dude. You can feel it. Why? What is that? That's not smell, taste, touch. It's not hearing.
That's just your inner self.
What is? And then that's a sense that I know you want to talk about.
I also have social anxiety, so I don't like people in general.
Sure, but you could walk into a room and be like, ooh, there's something went on here. Like people are fighting, or there's a negative that fucking
eerie feeling.
That eerie, like ugh, there's something heavy, like you said. There's something heavy in here.
Like I said, everyone has a third eye. Everyone has that sense.
Sure.
Okay, so I have a question. You say you have social anxiety. Do you think that's due to your being an empath?
Probably.
In some
and also,
part.
I'm the only child, so I grew up with a single mom. So I kind of grew up having a independent mechanism, right? Where I didn't grow up with anybody. My mom raised me by herself, and we moved everywhere, like in the States. So.
And you and your mom are still very, very close.
Yeah, that's like my best friend.
Legit. She calls you. You guys are very close.
He told me last night, "Oh, it's your mom again. That's why you don't have a boyfriend."
I did say that.
How could you?
I know. I'm a monster. I did say that. I was
I'd
kidding.
choose my
You know I was
mother
kidding.
over a boyfriend.
Any day, right?
It was when we were having sex. That was the problem.
What?
She answered the call while we were fucking.
You know it's not good to tell lies, right?
I'm kidding. That was a joke. It wasn't a lie. It was a joke.
Okay, joke. Good joke.
She was cutting my
Jokes are
hair.
supposed
Oh
to
no,
be
we were
funny,
out.
Cameron.
No, you weren't cutting my hair. No, we went to.
No, I cut your hair,
we were
and then
eating.
we went out for
We were
an
having a
espresso
drink.
martini.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah, it was
sounds
fun.
good.
It was so bomb. Oh fuck. It was so bomb.
I have yet to have a nice
Oh.
martinis or
I've had better.
Sex or espresso martinis?
Both.
Love that. Ouch.
I'm sorry, darling.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
I gotta go. I hit my head.
Ouch. Okay. I see. You're going for the fucking jugular. All right. What are you, Brody? Oh no, he does that physically. Yeah, he does that with an actual fucking knife.
It was a joke.
I know. Yeah. I'm gonna go cry. In the corner. I'm gonna text and call Brody and cry about it later, like we were talking about. All right.
Future therapy bill.
he charges me. He's like, bro, what the fuck, bro? We were just texting. So all right. I think how long have we been podcasting? It's
Wow, I gotta go to work, man.
It's been 40 minutes. So I know you got to go to work to Tanya. Tanya. So Tan, anything you want to say to the people before you go? Do you want to plug your Instagram or anything?
Thank you for listening to us.
Get real close to the mic. Get it.
Okay, closer.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm like touching it.
So to tell everybody your Instagram, because you're a pretty girl. I'm sure a lot of guys want to follow you.
Tats.o. It's TATTS.o.
And she cuts, literally, she's the best barber in the city, and I'm not fucking around. I'm dead ass. I mean, look at this. Guys, exhibit motherfucking A, B, C, and D. Look at me. Look at this shit. Dude, look at that hard part, boy. Look at that hard part, boy. Thank you. Now look at the hair. Come on, boy.
Yeah, so it's TATTS.o, and if anyone needs any services, my link is in my bio. You can book online,
Yes.
Or send me a message directly.
And it's very legit. Yeah, they you book, they send you a text. Hey, this is when your appointment is. Whoop-de-woo. It's very legit, and it's legitimately no bullshit. The best haircut and the best shave I've ever had in my life. The closest.
Hey, you're pretty smooth.
I know. This was yesterday too, and it's still this
You
smooth.
missed the spot.
No, that's just it going out. You fuck. I missed the Hitler part.
Let me give you a Hitler stash.
Yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious. My brother Brody, please. What do you got to say to the people? You want to plug your Insta? You want to say where you work at?
Social media that much.
All right, you want to plug
Where can
anything?
we catch
Anything
you?
specific? Where can we catch this
you
fucking
behind the
dope
bar?
dude that everybody just fell in love with on the podcast?
Where is that at?
I work at PT's on Durango and Twain, Saturday through Tuesday nights. I'm Grave, so
Starts at 12 to 8, right?
Yeah,
12 to 8.
11:50. Just apparently, when you tell people midnight, they think it's the next night.
Yeah. So 11:50 starting on.
The one down from Brewski's. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right down the street.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm not really on social media. I'm getting older. I'm over that.
Okay, you're better than
honestly, I don't really know how to use it, so that's what I'm not.
that's the real issue.
You just hit a couple buttons. It's very easy.
It's very easy. Tanya will teach you. She's smart, talented, beautiful. She's amazing.
Thank you.
And all right, Princess.
I don't know. I'm just like Brody. I'm not really on social
not.
media. Like I'm on it, but
So
I don't
plug,
really
plug
like
Los, because that's my boy.
Laughing Reaper. That's his
handle.
His handle. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's. I mean, Michael Domino is my Instagram.
Michael.Domino or what
Michael
is it?
Domino.
Just one.
Just one
No
word.
spaces.
Yeah.
Michael Domino.
Michael Domino.
Okay. And you guys know where to find me. This is the motherfucking podcast that never sleeps. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming. Tanya, Brody, I love you guys. This was such an awesome conversation. Well, we went
Part
through a
2
lot.
coming out.
And I was just going to say, I would love to have a part 2. Guys, you are my everything. You're amazing. Everybody watching, you're the best. Thank you so much. Everybody in the chat, everybody everywhere, you're the best. All the love to you, and you guys have a good one. And I will see you guys on the flip-flop. Later. See, that's fun, right?
That was fun. Can
Good
I
stuff.
use your bathroom? I
You
have
can.
to pee really bad.
You sure can.